Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Skills are like muscles. They expand by demand. The more you push, the more they grow. Same thing, if you don't work them out, you don't use them, you lose them, right? Nowadays people they love the muscles, but they don't want to work out. Now everybody's born with talents. That means potential skills to develop. But the world seems to be, you see, the world is abundant, but it seems to be highly rewarding all of those that are willing to put the efforts in developing the skills. We're going to speak about 9 skills today, so you better take notes if you need to. There are a lot, but they have small examples. The skill number 1. The billionaire Warren Buffett says that it's highly important to develop public speaking skills, right? And like every other skill, the more you practice it, the better it gets. In 1 year, all of you are going to get much better than today. In 10 years, much better. 50 years, way better. 100 years, wherever you are, much better. And they keep growing, right? On the other hand, if you don't get comfortable with that, it will represent a liability in your life. Okay, it will prevent you from things that you really want. Now, a quick example. Let's say Rachel is living inside her closet, right? Doesn't get out of there. Is going to have much less opportunities than if she goes out there and speaks to people, right?
Right.
The more she speaks, the more opportunities.
Right.
Now, if you get better in communication skills, the effect compounds, right? That's the importance. Number 2, the star of Shark Tank, Mark Cuban, says you gotta be honest with yourself. We have this hidden assassin living inside us that is called lying to ourselves, okay? And in success, there's a formula. You have to know where you are, you gotta know where you wanna be, and then the skills, the necessary skill you have to build in order to cross that bridge. But if you don't tell yourself the truth about your limitations, for example, you'll get stuck at the very starting point. Number 3, our circumstances don't really determine the course of our lives, okay? Whether which family you come from, or what you do for a living, or what your parents gave you, as much as is determined by your confidence. I mean, how you push through those circumstances, right? How you develop this muscle? Just pushing through, pushing through. You encounter fear, you push through. Now you keep doing things that you feel comfortable with, you're not gonna grow. In a few years, you're gonna be the same person. You keep pushing through those things, in a few years, you're gonna be totally in a different place. Number 4, Nelson Mandela was asked, how do you become such a powerful leader? He said, well, I used to observe my father. We used to go to the meetings. I observed 2 things. One, they used to meet, the father was a tribal chief, by the way. They used to meet in circles, so everybody's heard. And second, the father was always the last one to speak. Which skill are we speaking about right now? Listening. Correct. If you don't develop this skill, I mean, Mark was telling me earlier, I listen, I have a pair of ears. It's not about the ears, really. It's somewhere else. If you develop this, it's going to really put you ahead in the world by adding the value. Number 5, how do you manage yourself through time? We're the busiest generation that ever existed on this planet. We're full of tasks, and we believe, the bad part is we believe that being very busy is a good thing. Not necessarily true. It depends on the percentage. Now, average people spend 80% of their time working hard on something, right, and multitasking, without any part of in self-development. They only use like 20% dedicated to really improve. That's a bad percentage. if you really want to add value, you're going to need much more in your life than 20% only. If you can only switch around the percentage, only 20% the things you must do, right? Believe me, it's more than enough, 20%. More than enough. If you start cutting all the things that don't serve in your life, and 20%, you will do everything you need to do. And 80% in improving yourself. If you want to add value in this world, contribute, you got to work on yourself, and that takes time. Number 6, one that Raja mentions always, stop whining. Right?
Yeah.
There's a speech like that.
Yes.
Now, we are all creators, we know that, right? Why? Because we have something called the power of focus. You see, when you start thinking about something in an obsessive way, all the time, you get feelings, and then those things start to manifest in your life. You start to see it. You're thinking about somebody or something to eat, or you want that car or a house, and then it starts appearing in front of you. That's the power of focus. Now, if you're whining only, you're complaining, you're just focusing on the things that you don't want. So focus what produces is more situations of similar nature to what you're complaining about. Unless you're a smart whiner, of course. Raja told me a couple years ago, every time I whine, I put 25 cents in a jar.
Oh.
The man's becoming rich right now.
Champion whiner.
Number 7. Number 7 is, I'll give you an example. I was giving a speech a few months ago, and Vic Peru was there, and it was about my past. When I finished, Vic Peru approached me, and, well, I thought he was gonna, congratulate me or something. He slapped me in the face. Almost crying. I said, "Excuse me?" And he said, "Dude, you're too hung up in the past." "What do you mean?" I said, "Here's a book. The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle." Anybody heard of that?
Yeah.
Wow. I said, "What is this?" He said, "Just read it. Trust me." Well, thanks to that slap, he hooked me up to that lesson, and I apply those lessons automatically. Thanks, Vic. You see, it takes a special skill, a strong skill to develop, to live in the present. We naturally tend to wander in the past. But if you study this book, for example, you'll discover that all the power is today. From today, you give the meaning of what things meant, and from today, you can build your future. So the power is today.
Yes, okay,
Number 8.
What is 7?
That was 7. This is 8. Okay, I'll give you another example. Let's say Kevin tells me, "Emilio, I know what I want in life. I discovered this, I have this vision, it's pulling me through. I'm all the time taking notes. I get up in the middle of the night, take notes. I jump out of bed in the morning. I'm creating all this strategy, I write down the plan step by step. Is it incredible how my life is changing right now?" I see him 2 months later. I say, how's it going right now?" He says, "I gave up." What is the man needing in order to succeed? Persistence. If you don't persist, you're not getting anywhere in life. You see, I met so many people, so many talented people in my life, incredibly talented. And you don't see any results in their lives. It's not because they're talented, because they're jumping from one thing to another. If you don't persist, you're not going to get anything. And number 9, finally, is empathy. What is empathy? The capacity to care. That's the current that unifies us all when you care. And in this case, if you develop this skill first, it's going to help you with the other, we said it was called listening, right? Because listening only, hearing doesn't serve us. But if you really care about somebody, you care about the situation, if you really can care, you can listen. And that's where your value is. If you can care, if you can cultivate this hard skill to, it's called empathy. It's going to apply it in every part of the universe. Now, these are 9 very strong skills to develop during your whole life. And if you work on them, it's not only going to open doors to you, but to everyone else around you. Mr. Tosner.